You know that feeling when you've poured your heart and soul into building an amazing website, only to realize your audience is just scrolling away on their phones? Yeah, we've all been there. Simply having a responsive site just doesn't always cut it anymore. Today, we're diving into a really exciting source guide that breaks down a streamlined, completely no-code way to transform your existing website into a fully functional mobile app.
Okay, let's take a quick look at our roadmap today. We're going to hit the mobile-first reality, compare native versus WebView apps, look at the app of web solution, explore some key mobile features, walk through the conversion process, and finally, show you how to convert your site today. Let's get right into it.
Section 1. The mobile-first reality.
So you've got this beautiful website. It works great. But let's address the elephant in the room here. Why on earth do you need to turn it into an app just because everyone else has one? Well, the truth is, more than half of all web traffic right now comes from mobile devices, and that gap is only getting wider. People honestly just aren't bookmarking websites on their phones anymore. They're downloading apps.
I mean, just think about how you use your own phone. In a mobile browser, your site is literally just one of, 50 open tabs? You're constantly fighting for attention and all that digital clutter. But an app lives right there, exclusively on the home screen. It gives your users instant one-tap access. It's a completely different, way more intimate connection with your audience.
Moving right along to Section 2. Native versus WebView apps.
So before we talk money, let's clear up the tech. What actually is a WebView app? Sometimes people think this is just a cheap hack, but no, it's a completely genuine, installable application. You get the real app icon, the splash screen, the native navigation. It just loads your website inside a native shell. Even massive platforms like Instagram and Airbnb use this exact method for parts of their apps. It's tried, it's true, and it works incredibly well.
Now, look at this breakdown. It's wild. Building a native app from scratch, you're looking at months of work and sky-high costs. That really only makes sense if you have super complex, platform-specific needs. Then you've got PWAs, or browser shortcuts, which are free, but honestly, they completely lack that store credibility. But right in the middle, the absolute sweet spot for stores, blogs, and local businesses is the WebView app. It's low cost, fast to build, and gives you that true app experience.
And here is the absolute reality check. If you hired a traditional developer to build an app, standard day rate, month-long build, multiple revisions, you are easily staring down a bill of over £25,000. But with a managed WebView service, you're talking maybe £99 to £299. You are literally saving nearly £25,000. For a small business or an independent creator, that is just an absolute game changer.
Which perfectly tees up Section 3, the app of web solution.
App of Web is this fully managed, no-code service that just strips away all the usual headaches of app development. The source sums it up brilliantly. You hand them a URL, they hand you an app. It is genuinely that simple. No messing around with Xcode, no figuring out Android Studio, and definitely no arguing with expensive developers over coding frameworks.
And let's clarify what fully managed actually means here, because it's a big deal. It means zero technical work on your end. None. They handle all the building, the testing, the delivery. Plus, and this is almost unheard of in this space, they give you unlimited revisions for free. So if a color is slightly off or you want to swap out a tab, you just keep tweaking it until it's absolutely perfect with no hidden fees creeping up on you.
All right, Section 4, key mobile app features.
Now, you might be thinking this is just going to look like a zoomed-in web page. Nope. It comes loaded with that native polish people expect. You get your custom app icon on their screen, a beautiful branded splash screen when it loads up, and those super intuitive bottom navigation tabs. You know, exactly like you'd see on YouTube. Plus, you got the pull to refresh swipe, pinch to zoom, custom status bar colors, and even a branded offline screen instead of that annoying generic no-internet dinosaur.
But here is the real kicker, probably the most powerful add-on in this whole setup. Push notifications. This is what turns your app from a passive little icon into a massive engagement engine. Think about it. You can ping a new post alert, a flash sale, or an appointment reminder directly to a user's lock screen, even when they don't have the app open.
But word to the wise, look at this data. There's definitely a sweet spot. Sending 1 to 3 notifications a week, awesome. High retention, people love it. But if you get greedy and start blasting them with 8 or more a week, you're going to see massive opt-outs. So the takeaway here, treat their lock screen with respect. Make every single notification really count.
Another huge thing to consider is getting officially published on the app stores. Sure, you could just throw a raw download file up on your website, but getting listed on Google Play and the Apple App Store, that is a massive trust signal. It boosts your credibility instantly, helps brand new people discover you, and gives users a centralized place to leave reviews, which just fuels more and more growth.
Okay, moving on to Section 5, the conversion process.
So how does it actually work? It is ridiculously straightforward, totally built for non-technical users. Step 1, you literally just enter your website URL. Step 2, you customize the look, colors, icon, bottom tabs. Step 3, you configure a couple of basic text settings like your package name. Step 4, you actually get the files to test on your own phone to make sure it feels right. And finally, Step 5, you publish it to the stores. Boom. Done.
And honestly, the absolute best part of this whole shebang is the maintenance, or rather the lack of it. Because your website literally is the app. Any updates you make on your site sync to the app instantly. Publish a new blog post, update a price, swap out a photo, it happens in the app right then and there. You only ever need a new build if you're changing the core app structure, like the icon itself.
And finally, Section 6, convert your website today.
Listen, the old, ridiculously expensive, slow way of building apps is dead. If your website is mobile responsive and you've got a high-res logo ready, you're good to go. Visit appofweb.com and convert your website to mobile app today. Whether you're on WordPress, Shopify, or just custom HTML, as long as it loads in a browser, it can become an app.
So, I have to ask, what are you waiting for? The financial walls are completely gone, the technical headaches are totally handled for you by a managed service. There is literally no reason not to claim that highly visible, permanent piece of real estate on your audience's home screen. It is time to upgrade your digital presence and meet your users exactly where they already are. Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I hope this gives you a clear roadmap to expanding your brand's mobile reach.